Afternoon, we begin here at 4 o'clock with new details on a police shooting on the city's west side.
IMPD tells us the man is in critical condition and the area shut down. So this happened just west of Thatcher Park near the intersection of Lyndhurst Drive and Vermont Street.
Our Emily Longnecker has been at the scene all day long as you take a look at that map where exactly that is. Emily, what have you learned? Have you learned any new details this afternoon?
We absolutely have, Dustin. You know, investigators have been here really all day investigating this, and take a look, they're still here. According to police, they found a suicide note on scene that they believe was written by the same man who they say was pointing a gun at them when they arrived on scene. Officers say they got a call from a man around 11:30 this morning who said he had been shot and the shooter was still on scene in the 5100 block of Vermont Street. Police say the caller gave a description of the alleged shooter, and when officers got on scene, they found a man matching that description who had a gun.
Officers utilized distance and immediately took cover behind nearby trees. Officers told the suspect over 16 times to drop the gun. Multiple officers reported that the suspect pointed a gun at them multiple times. At some point, 2 IMPD officers discharged their weapons. When officers approached the suspect, he had injuries consistent with gunshot wounds.
Police say no other calls came in for shots fired, and they believe the original caller who said he had been shot was the same person outside who was pointing a gun at police. Now, that man, again, in critical condition. Police say that they also found a gun at the scene that they believe belongs to that man. They also found a suicide note inside his home. At this point, police say they're not sure if the gunshot wounds that that man had came from shots that he administered to himself, or if it came from the 2 officers who fired their weapons. But they are going off the assumption that the man was injured by gunshots from the guns of police officers. Those 2 officers right now are on administrative leave, which is standard procedure when an officer fires their gun. Now, coming up tonight at 5, we'll hear more from police about this situation and what they call a very sad situation. Felicia, Dustin?
Certainly so. Emily, you are at Vermont and Lyndhurst. Lyndhurst, at least, is a pretty busy area, especially this time of day. Is that area still closed right now to traffic?
It is still closed right now while police continue to investigate. We can see traffic going on Lyndhurst right now, but no one has been allowed on Vermont Street here in this area.
Okay, we'll see you again at 5 o'clock, Emily. Thank you.
Thanks, Emily. And this is the second shooting involving IMPD officers in 1 week of time.
Last Tuesday, police shot and killed a man after a pursuit near Castleton. It happened on Maple Leaf Lane near I-69. IMPD says 45-year-old Elijah Hakeem Radford was shot and killed when he held a woman at knife point and reportedly refused to drop the knife after multiple commands from officers.
Now, the officers who fired shots were placed on administrative leave per policy, pending internal investigations. And this is the 9th shooting involving IMPD. IMPD saying there have been 8 previous shootings until today, but one of those is where an officer discharged his weapon. No one was hit in that situation. 7 people were killed in these shootings. The one from today is in critical condition. Now, we're monitoring updates in this investigation. To learn more, head over to WTHR.com.